Skip it up and that up.
Body count. Kill them all. Show no mercy. Death to the ISA.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Rich of Review Tech USA, and I one day hope to join a hair metal band so I can dress like these gentlemen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so it has been confirmed that at the end of 2012, Microsoft will be starting to mass produce the next generation Xbox. It's confirmed, set in stone, no doubt about it. The CPU, or the main processor in the next gen Xbox, is going to once again be a PowerPC CPU. Obviously, it's going to be updated from the Xbox 360s, and from what I'm hearing, it's not confirmed yet, it's going to be a 6-core processor. And the GPU, the graphics processing unit, oh boy, here we go. Originally, it was supposed to be an ATI/AMD Radeon 7000 series chip, okay? Which, hey, that's great. I mean, yeah, a year from now it's going to be slightly outdated, but that's an adequate chip to put into a current gen, next gen, I should say, console. Now that's kind of changed. Icy Rhythms last night, I'll have a link to his video in the description, was saying that they're going to put a different chip in there. Here's the one they're putting in, folks. I'll put a picture up. This is the epic Wii U destroyer in terms of processing power. That chip is complete balls! Thank you, Danny.
Yes!
Okay, anyway, back on point here. If that's actually the GPU, and IGN says they're confirming this, it's dead on, that's the final chip that is going in the next generation Xbox, I don't even know what to say. Now, I'm not all about graphics, I'm not all about visuals, I like playing games to play games. I play games on consoles equally, if not more, than I do on my PC, but oh, wow. I mean, that chip's already outdated. That chip is very outdated now. That chip is arguably more anemic than what's going to be in the Wii U. And they're saying that the next generation Xbox is going to be 20% more powerful than the Wii U? I don't think so. That's not even a gaming GPU, man. You buy that if you have like an HP desktop that you bought from Best Buy and you want something that's going to give you, I don't know, going to give you HDMI out, or going to have, that's my phone, better Blu-ray performance. You don't buy that to game on. It could barely, even though it's a DirectX 11 chip, it's going to handle DirectX 11 games terrible. It's barely going to do 1080p, even if it has a 2 gig frame buffer on it. The reason why I'm holding Microsoft's next generation console up to a microscope more so than I was Nintendo's Wii U is because they've been the PR police trying to make this console seem like it's going to be the most powerful thing on earth. And that's the chip you have confirmed in there? Fine, Nintendo's not all about graphics, and the Wii U is a big jump in performance from the original Wii. But the next gen Xbox is not going to give you that much more than the current generation. Yes, on paper it's going to be DirectX 11 compatible, but it's going to be a slideshow if you try to do 1080p DirectX 11 games with it. Yeah, in the beginning games will be native 1080p for it, but once developers' game engines become more demanding and the hardware can't keep up with their game engines, which will happen real quick with that chip, you're going to see games go down to 720p again. You'll see games go to sub HD again. You'll see games may not even use DirectX 11. Because that chip can't handle it. Then IGN goes on to say that the next Xbox will be 20% more powerful than the Wii U. Really? Unless they're doing something magical with the main processor, the CPU, that I don't know about or IGN doesn't know about? I don't think so, Bob. I don't know who Bob is, but let's just pretend he exists. Anyway, here is a comparison chart between the GPU that's going to be used in the Wii U and the GPU that's supposedly going to be used in the next generation Xbox. Now, Homemaster Flex 10 did a video similar to this. He used the GPU comparison website. If you want to check it out yourself, I'll put a link below in the description. And he compared the Ateon Radeon 4870 and he compared the AMD Radeon 6670. That's going to be used in the next Xbox. He used the 4870. He thought that was what was going to be used in the Wii U. I'm being a little more conservative. I remember some videos saying it's going to be equivalent to a Radeon 4850. So let's just, try to be balanced here and compare the chips, okay? The core clock and shader clock on the ATI Radeon 4850 is 625 megahertz. Then on the AMD Radeon 6670 is 800 megahertz. So you have 175 megahertz boost right there. Now this may be a little inaccurate because the 4850 I'm using, the only one they had was one that used GDDR3 RAM for the frame buffer. I know the one in the Wii U is going to be GDDR5. So the specs may actually be better with the Wii U's GPU than they are with this 4850. But anyway, let's go on. The memory clock in the 4850 is going to be 993 megahertz, where it's going to be 2000 megahertz. So you're getting double the clock speed with the memory right there. The memory bandwidth, pretty much the same. The difference right there is negligible. But here is where the ATI Radeon 4850 actually outperforms the 6670. With floating operations per second, you get 1000 G-flops. You're only getting 768 with the 6670. The pixel fill rate is 10,000 megapixels a second. You're only getting 6,400 megapixels a second with the AMD Radeon 6670. The texture fill rate, you're getting 25,000 megatexels a second with the ATI Radeon 4850, and you're only getting 19,200 megatexels a second with the AMD Radeon 6670. So where they're getting this 20% boost from is beyond me. Look, when they drop the next generation Xbox in 2013, if IGN's not trolling and they actually do have this chip, it'll still have good games for it. Hell, I'm playing games on the Xbox 360 right now, and it's a dated system, and I enjoy them. But, when you look forward to a next-gen console, okay, you expect a jump where you're like, whoa, oh my God, it looks so much different. I'm so glad I invested the money in this console. And maybe because I'm a PC gamer, I'm not going to appreciate it as much, but when I get the next-gen system, really the only reason I'm going to get it is because I want to play the software for it. I'm not going to look forward to that next-gen jump. It's not going to be visually satisfying like it was with the previous generation. And even those generations, each jump was not as dramatic, but this one's going to be like barely anything happened. It looks like it's just going to be a necessary evolution that they had to do because their current gen hardware is just getting way too dated. There's going to be no excitement behind it, but hey, whatever. If that's what they have to do to save money, and if IGN's telling the truth, welcome to next gen. By the way, the next generation Xbox is going to come out in 2013, late 2013 they're saying. I've also seen it may come out in the spring of 2013, so you still have another year for your current generation consoles, so don't start saving up your money yet. Anyway guys, leave your thoughts on this. If this is actually going to be the chip, which it seems like it's going to be, what's your take on it? Are you angry that you're not going to get that huge performance boost? Or do you think it's a smart move because it'll save people money and the console will be a lot cheaper? I still think they could have went with a better chip and still made the console affordable. This chip is so entry level, so bottom end. It's not really meant for gaming. I mean, it's a GPU, it's a graphics processing unit, but it's just, there's so many other options they could have chose from and still made the console affordable. I hope this is misinformation. I really do, because this chip sucks. That's my take on it. Leave me yours. This is Rich of Review Tech USA. Let the Sony fanboy accusations begin. And then when I say something bad about Sony, then I'll be an Xbox fanboy. Because people are always in denial. Have a good one.